Lastly, identify what has been your most helpful resource on your road to managing stress and incorporate more of that into your life. So what worked for you? Was it yoga? Was it reading? Was it just talking on the phone again? In today's society, we do a lot of emails, a lot of text messages, but do we talk to people like we used to? Do we call up a friend or a family member and really get to hear their voice and laugh and smile? And so what can you do that works for you? And then add that even more into your life. So once you've gotten used to that, so maybe you take a yoga class once a week. Let's incorporate now maybe twice a week. Or we start reading, trying to make a goal for yourself. Read at least 30 minutes a day instead of just every other day. Anything that you can do to just incorporate whatever you enjoy more into your life. So just general tips for managing stress. We did talk about exercise as being the best thing for you because of the good endorphins that it does release. It could be anything that gets you active. It doesn't necessarily have to be going on a walk or going to the gym. It could be gardening or kickboxing or just playing soccer with your kids. Anything to get you out, moving around, expending energy, and doing some type of physical activity. Nutrition. There's a lot of things in our diets that actually lead to stress as well. Things like caffeine, unfortunately, put our bodies in stress response, where it increases our heart rate and blood pressure. That's not always a good thing. So take a look at your diet. Is there any type of processed food that you could maybe remove? Some simple sugars or fats that we can take off. And sometimes that in itself will help you feel a little bit less stressed. Taking one thing at a time. A lot of times we take on a lot of things at once, can get overwhelming, so maybe make a list or schedule time in your calendar when you'll actually do those things so that you're not so overwhelmed. Go easy with criticism. In the world, we will have constructive criticism, we will have negative criticism, positive criticism. So just go easy with it and take it for what it is and then move on. Be realistic in what you can accomplish compared to what you want to accomplish. A lot of times we want to do a lot of things in life, but we need to be realistic that there are 24 hours in a day, and it's okay if we have to put something till tomorrow. We have the rest of our lives to reach our goals. So make sure you have a goal, but make sure that it's attainable and measurable. Shed the Superman, Superwoman urge in realizing that we can't be perfect, we will make mistakes, and that it's okay if we don't get everything done and we're not always in a good mood and we're not the #1 mom every day or dad or vice versa. And then just like I said before, realize that we will make mistakes, we learn from them, and we move on and not let it stress us out. And then lastly, just remember to pay attention to all the different categories. Like I said, we do cycle through the stages of readiness to change on a regular basis. And you will fall back into these old categories. So just remember there's certain things you can do in each category to kind of get yourself back on track. And then I did bring a couple handouts. So one is tame your tensions and boost your energy levels at work. So since we are at the work site, it's very important that we eat a good, nutritious breakfast that can give us fuel and energy for the rest of the day. Energizing foods like yogurts, nuts, vegetables, bean dip, or protein-rich sandwiches can help us during the lunch hour stay fueled for the rest of the day. Like I said earlier, reducing caffeine consumption can decrease the amount of nervous jitters, indigestion, and that crash that we experience after that initial boost. Sitting up straight, shoulders back, and just taking in a deep breath sometimes can just make us feel better. Taking a break, just 5 to 10 minutes, get up, move around, do something different that you've not been doing, and then smile and laugh. That always releases a little bit of tension. And the other handout, Stop Stress, just talks about some stress stopping suggestions. May go into a little bit more than what I talked about. For instance, hug someone you love, whether it be a person, a family member, friend, or even pet. So there's also some ideas on the back as well. And then the last is stressed out. Stress affects both body and mind. And this talks a little bit more about the physical and mental aspects of what happens when we're stressed out. So make sure you're getting enough sleep, exercising, you have that social network, creating some type of peaceful time during your day. Smoking also, that puts us in the stress response. So if you're a smoker, quitting may help release some of that stress. And just be careful with how much alcohol you consume and don't abuse other substances. So. Well, I want to thank everyone for attending today, and I hope that you can take away some type of stress management technique with you. And I appreciate you having me here. So is there any questions? Is there anyone that wants to share maybe a stress management technique that they use that I didn't talk about, or one that they will go forward now and start implementing into their life?
I quit smoking 45 days ago. And
awesome.
I have noticed that I'm not as stressed, my heart's not racing.
Yeah.
It added to my stress because I felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
You knew it was a bad habit.
Yeah, so I do feel better, and I find that walking is very helpful.
And initially something like quitting smoking could maybe add a little bit of short-term stress just because, am I going to be able to do it, and how am I going to get through those tough times? But in the long run, you're an example right here saying that you feel less stressed because you quit. So thank you so much for sharing that. Holly, did you?
Yeah, my husband and I, it's easy for us to kind of ruminate on the negative things, and when you have a bad day. So we keep a little journal of positive things or things that inspire us. We write little messages to each other, and when one of us is having a bad day, we'll go in and pull that out and have
That's
a chance
really
to
cool.
read through those.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they try and, no matter what happens, they end the day with one good thing that happened. And even if it is just, I'm healthy, or
Saying what you're thankful for.
yeah, exactly. And that kind of, they go to bed with not their mind racing about everything that went wrong, but okay, I'm healthy, so that's awesome. Or I have a great family or something that they can kind of, sometimes it helps them, go to bed, or they say it when they wake up, and it kind of leads them into the day with a positive attitude. Anything else? Yeah, from the back.
I work out like extreme cardio. It always helps me.
Yeah, sometimes just getting that heart rate up and sweating it out and getting those frustrations out, whether it's kickboxing or running or listening to some music is great. Yeah, I definitely have those days where I really want to go on a run, or kickboxing sounds very exciting. So, awesome. Well, thanks again, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.